joy is frail. Oh, when I rub my root, my love will never fail. When I rub my root, my joy is hungry. Well, you know that nothing you can do. Now when I rub my joy is hungry. I was accused of murder in the first degree. The judge like cried, let the man go free. I was rubbing my roots, my tongue hungry. Yeah, you know that ain't nothing you can do. What? Peace, peace, people. Welcome to We Are Our Ancestors, Yemima's World, the Jelly Moose's Cafe. I am your hostess, Yemima, and it's always good to be Black in the land of the living once again. Welcome to Hoodoo Sunday. If you are making your way to your houses of worship, if you are leaving them because you went to the early service, I hope that you all have had a great Sunday so far. I always like to remind you that if you are having brunch, lunch, early dinner after your services, please, please, please bless Black restaurants with some work. Give them that Black dollar. Let it circulate through our neighborhoods the way that it circulates through the white neighborhoods. Don't go to these Cracker Barrels and places like that. Now, I understand that they have Black workers at those places, but trust and believe the white people that go into those places will always be able to give them money. But it is our restaurants that we really, really, really need to be honoring and patronizing, especially on Sundays when these big churches decide to go out to get something to eat. 'Cause apparently ain't nobody cooking at home no more like mama and grandma used to do, but I digress. All right. So this is Hoodoo Sunday. What I want to talk about a little bit, and I'm still reading the book, um, The Secret History of Memphis Hoodoo, Root Workers, Conjurers, and Spirituals. So I'm still reading this. And the chapter that I read last night, Hoodoo Culture, and it's talking about the different things that is used in Hoodoo to manifest, different things that root workers and conjurers use. And so if you look at the title, this is Hoodoo Sunday, using the natural to manifest the supernatural. And I'm going to read a little bit and then I'll explain kind of what that title really means. So it says that Memphis practitioners of Hoodoo, root work, and conjure, they utilize supernatural powers. Stop right there. I know I'm standing like Gino Jennings. Read. Stop right there. But I'm not going to do that. But I wanted to stop here because it says to utilize supernatural powers. I don't like the word supernatural because everything that we use in hoodoo comes from nature. It's very natural. We don't use things that are supernatural because everything that we use when it comes to root work is from nature. So the word itself, root, working, excuse me, we're using roots of things. And if you look at the picture, you see a beautiful African woman, and she is praying, and she has the sage burning. And even if you make incense and you make oils and all of those things, you're using something in nature. So you're using something that grows naturally to manifest something that may be beyond the scope of people's imagination. All right, let's keep going. So it says to use supernatural powers to perform miraculous healings or harmful work. We do know. And it's not just hoodoo that are left-handed and right-handed workers. Every religion, every spiritual practice has the light side and the dark side. But it seems that everything that is African tradition is just dark, that there's no light in it at all, that everything that we do is just dark. But we do know that Christianity, Judaism, Islam, Buddhism, they all have their dark side as well as their light side. They all know how to use specific rituals to manifest something good or to manifest something bad. All right, let's keep going. In hoodoo workers, there are two forms of supernatural operations. The first is known as contagious magic, and this form of operation works on the belief that anything that anyone's been in contact with, a person can still affect that person. For example, root workers can take a piece of a woman's hair from a brush and use it in a spell. Now, I don't believe because I don't want to. Well, I don't like the word contagious magic, but we know that something that's been connected to you, to your skin, to your DNA. That's why they do DNA testing because it's connected to your body. It's been connected to your soul. So it's not magic. It's science. DNA testing is not magic. DNA testing is science. So yes, if you take someone's hair, you can use it. Again, for good or for evil. I remember, and I've probably said this before on many of the episodes, my mother, she used to burn her hair. And I know a lot of root workers, conjurers, hoodoo practitioners do that. We burn our hair when we take it. Now, I keep mine in a bag um, until I'm ready to burn it. And sometimes I'll burn it under a new moon so that I can release anything that's attached to me. So I'll burn it maybe under a new moon. Um, it talks about root working might take a photograph of someone and perform a spell on the photograph. Yeah, I've done that before. I have done that. The belief is that the spell will affect the persons represented in the photograph. And that's why we say that you don't put pictures of living people on your altar. I did that before when I first set up my altar. My mother had just passed away, and someone told me to set up an altar with pictures, and they weren't specific. And I put pictures of myself, of a picture of me and my mom on the altar, and that is what I developed, along with being depressed and being the loss of my mother and my sister so close together. I was in grief, and I had that picture of me and my mom on the altar, and I developed fibromyalgia. I got sick, and I took the picture off after someone told me that you're not supposed to have living people. So yeah, so they could use your photographs. So we have to be careful of photographs that we put on Facebook, especially of our children, of our elders. We have to be very careful. Uh, Lenora Herron and Alice M. Bacon of the Hampton Institute discovered that a hoodoo doctor provided five distinct services, including determining if the client has been conjured or who conjured them, where the trick was laid that conjured the client, and curing the client and turning back the trick on the conjurer if the client wished to do so. So Hampton University, down here in the 757, Hampton University, the energy there. I've never been there to do a performance. They've asked me before to perform because I present some of the ancestors that were students at Hampton University from the early inceptions when it was called Hampton Agricultural Institute. And they have asked me before to come and present their stories. However, they don't want to pay me, and I don't work for free. So Hampton University is one of those HBCUs that really have a lot of African traditional religion energy. They don't know it. They think it's Christianity. And I think that they are starting a religious school as part of the Hampton University. And they don't realize that they're operating under African traditional energy because Alice Bacon, when she came to the 757 right after emancipation during Reconstruction, and she talked to a lot of students when Hampton Institution was created, and a lot of them were still practicing African traditional religions. A lot of them were still practicing hoodoo. So she has a lot of information about that. Her book is very expensive. Of course, now it's like $900 to get the book. But if you can find it for cheaper, I encourage you to buy. the Workers' Progress book, where they interview former enslaved African Americans about what they practiced before being freed, before they before the Civil War. Now, the word root work, they say it comes from where it says in this book on Carolina tradition of hoodoo and conjure blues roots, author Roger Pinkney noted an interesting theory. He said the root doctor probably got its name from the herbal origins of his practice. Again, from roots. So we're using very natural things. We're using things in nature. We're not doing anything supernatural. We're using the natural to manifest what people would consider the supernatural. And the thing about it is, there is a lot of root workers in the Bible. Um, the, the God of the Bible says that, in Genesis 1 and 29, every plant that is on the earth is for man to use and was placed there by a divine creator. Some hoodoo practitioners are said to be taken from the work of characters in the Bible. There are 6 and 7 books of Moses that people don't talk about. It's not in the Torah. It's not in, I don't know if it's in the Ethiopian Bible or not, but it's not in the Torah. But from what I understand, those books are very quote unquote magical. They talk a lot about conjuration. So I think I want to get my hands on that and maybe we can discuss that. Also, in the book of Isaiah, Isaiah laid figs on the glands of King Hezekiah and he healed them. Tobias cured his blind father with fish gall, a cure that was shown to him by an angel. And even Jesus, who was probably the most famous root worker and conjurer that ever lived or didn't live, and even Jesus anointed the eyes of the blind man with spittle and clay. So we've been doing root work for way longer than the Bible, even though they use it in the Bible. Where do you think they got this way of doing things from? We didn't learn to start using root work and conjure and things of that nature when they started to enslave us. We already knew that. So we have to get out of that mindset that our beginnings of everything was with slavery, because when we got here, oh, we use roots and herbs when we got here. No, we use roots and herbs in Africa. And when we got here, we had to figure out which roots and herbs were going to manifest the same thing that the roots and herbs we used in Africa manifested. We had to figure out how to work with the soil here, with nature here. All right. There's also a story in the Bible about Rachel and Leah. And I can't remember which sister did what. One of the sisters' sons brought in some mandrake roots. Mandrake roots, if you've never seen them, pull up a picture. It actually looks like a man. And it is known for many things. It is one of the things it's known for is fertility and sexuality. And so one of the sister's son who dug up the mandrake, the other sister asked for the root. Now, if you remember the biblical story, Rachel and Leah were married to Jacob, both were married to the same man. And one of them could not produce. They could not conceive a child. And so she asked her sister, she said, can I get, some of them mandrake things so that I can, sleep with, if I can have a husband tonight, tonight is my night, 7 days in a week, and tonight's my night. So if I can get some of the mandrake roots so I can, lay with him and maybe conceive a child. And so she gets these mandrakes and she conceives. And I believe that she has one child, while the other one has several sons. She has one child, one son. So we've been using roots and herbs for a very long time. We talk about herbs like ginger that provides many benefits to ingestion and aids in the burning of calories. And we don't think about that, that ginger is the root that provides, benefits to ingestion and things of that nature. When we got sick growing up, when you were stayed home from school and you had a cold or you had the flu, your mama got you some ginger ale, some chicken noodle soup, some saltine crackers, and you got up under them covers on that sofa and you watched Price is Right and Young and the Restless. And my mother drank ginger ale until the day she left this earth. Now, after she got older, she started drinking diet ginger ale. And I don't know if that was better for her, but that's neither here nor there. I'm not here to debate, uh, oh, she shouldn't have been drinking because it had this. I'm not here to debate that. What I'm here to say is that she understood the benefits of ginger. Even if she was drinking it in a soda. You know what I mean? Even if she didn't have the actual ginger root, she understood the benefits of ginger. Now, maybe her mother may have actually used the ginger root. I don't know. But a lot of things that our parents and grandparents did, they did, knowing that these things could aid in helping with with illnesses. That they have a list of some of these herbs that root workers use in Memphis, and a lot of these I have not heard of. I'm going to just read them off, and if you've heard of them and you know how to work with them, drop a comment in below so you can help some other people out that may run across this episode. Adam and Eve roots, of course, matters of love. Angel's turnip draws good luck. Buckeye, luck and gambling. Camphor, purification, remove warts. I remember camphor, using camphor for something growing up. I can't remember for what though, because we didn't have no warts. Of course, cinnamon, matters of love. Cruel man of the woods. Wow. Controlling others. Devil's shoestring, gambling. Five finger grass, protection and love. Frankincense, protection, purification, money. Hyssop, purification. Irish moss, money and success. Jezebel root, attraction. Job's tears, luck crossing, John the Conqueror, luck, protection, and gambling, life everlasting, protection from illness, mullein, removes arthritis, nutmeg, gambling and good luck, red pepper, removes sickness, rose of Jericho, prosperity, sassafras, healing, cleansing, snake root, luck, protection, star anise, luck, tonka beans, luck, and verbena, love, and uncrossing. Now, this this table of roots used in Memphis root workers, a lot of it is luck and a lot of it is money and gambling and all of those good things. But we also know that our ancestors used a lot of roots for healing. And not a lot of it is listed here. You have a couple of things that are listed for healing, but most of the herbs that they chose to list in this was for gambling and good luck, which again makes it look like African traditional science is all about bringing good luck and gambling and love. And we understand that that's not what it was all about. We also use things for healing. All right, so I'm going to stop right there because I don't like to do really long episodes. But I just wanted to come on today, just talk a little bit about root working and stop believing that we are using supernatural powers, because that word supernatural already tend to denote something negative. Oh, they're using that voodoo, that supernatural stuff. No, there you won't find a more natural religion or African tradition than voodoo and hoodoo. Even if you study it or you are a follower of Ifa and you follow the Orishas, they manifest in nature. Even the orishas are natural. They manifest in nature. Things that you find in nature, the wind, the water, the rain, the thunder, the lightning. um, iron, these things that are naturally found in Mother Nature's cradle. So we are not supernatural human beings. We are human beings who use the natural, who use the things that Mother Nature has provided for us. And I think I'm looking at that picture and it reminds me of Mother Nature, of Mother Nature, using her own source or resources, you know? So, yeah. All right, so that's it. Supernatural, no. We just natural hoodoo workers that know how to manifest the supernatural. So until next time, you know the drill. Love yourself, love each other, give yourself some grace, give each other some grace. We are our ancestors. Honor your ancestors, and they will honor you. Stay cool, stay warm wherever you are. It has been cold the last few days here in the 757. Yesterday, we celebrated the winter solstice, also celebrated my older sister's birthday. So we had a really good time with family on yesterday. Very, very good. It was good to see how the family is growing. So I am very happy. I'm very happy. So we know Christmas is coming up, and we're going to talk a little bit about what our ancestors did at Christmas time. We're going to talk about the history of Christmas. So look forward to those episodes. And I'm excited about next year and how I plan to grow the channel and how I plan to change some things. I'm planning to have some guests on so that we can chop it up. I know y'all probably tired of hearing just me. But until next time, peace, family. Have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday.